back from the dead.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the official video by JAZZY Official. By the title and thumbnail, you'll notice that I'm about to tell you guys a story. Story of how I got into a fight. So this story takes place in 2013, which is 7 years ago, I believe. Basically, this was my junior year in junior high. So basically, I was in French class, and let me tell you, I had learned nothing in that class. I had no interest in French. I had no interest in learning French. It was just a mandatory class that everybody had to take. So me and this kid, we weren't really friends, and he, like, I don't want to say his name, but let's just say he wasn't really a big fan of me either. So he'd always call me Big Nose. He'd call me like names, and my nose is pretty big, so I can't blame him. But he'd call me like Big Nose and like Big Eyes and shit. I'm like, dude, my eyes are like average. My nose is big. I know that, but that's rude. So there's this one time where I was at my locker, and this was after French class too. So I was at my locker, and he shoved me into my locker. He didn't shove me in my locker because I wouldn't fit, but like my locker was closed. He shoved me into the lockers. So I got pissed off. So I shoved him back. He swung at me, and he gave me like a little bruise over here. So what I did was I put this kid in a headlock and like kept on bashing, like kept on punching him and everything. It felt good at the time, and then afterwards, where teachers had to pry us apart, this got to the point where they were considering an expulsion for me, and I kind of really didn't want to get expelled from that school because it was so close to my house, and I didn't want to go all the way to a different school. The school was actually like 20 minutes, or not 20, 2 minutes away from my house. It's 2 minutes away from my house, literally. So what I wanted to do, like I was a great negotiator back then too. Like I got like a 5-day suspension, but I kind of tried to reduce it down to 3, but they didn't let me. So they wanted to expel me, and I'm like, man, like I can't get expelled. So I talked to the principal over there, and me and the principal were pretty tight. Let me just say, we had like a good relationship. We had like a good teacher principal student relationship, so it was good. And he told me that he'll reduce my sentence. So he said he wouldn't expel me and gave me a 5-day suspension. So I was happy with that. I didn't want to go to school, and I didn't want to go to school at that time, but I couldn't leave school. So after my week was over, one other time then I got into a fight with that kid, and then I got into a fight again with that kid, but it wasn't really like fists or anything. I just like shoved him and shit. And basically I transferred out of his class. So basically, like, what happened was we never saw each other after that. I would see him in the hallways, I would avoid him. He'd see me in the hallways, he would avoid me. That's what the teachers told us to do. And so throughout junior high, it worked out pretty good. So there's a second time I got suspended. I kind of made fun of my principal. Like, I wrote his name down in a different way, which it shouldn't be written down, and it was kind of offensive, but he was still pretty cool with it. So he gave me a 5-day suspension, and like I said, I'm a great negotiator. I was a great negotiator, and I told him that, hey, you know what, can you reduce it down to a 3-day sentence and in-school suspension? And he was like, okay, alright, we'll do that, but what will he get in return? I'm like, I will be a good kid throughout the rest of the year, right? So that was the rest of 2013. So the same conversation took place the same day. So what I did, I asked him, I'm like, yo, can you not tell my parents about this in-school suspension I'm getting? And he's like, why? I'm like, because they're gonna kick my ass. So he's like, okay, so what do you want me to do? I'm like, can you give me like in-school suspension, not tell my parents, and what I'll do, I'll try to be good for the rest of the junior high. And he's like, all right, cool. And my parents still don't know about this in-school suspension. So he never called my parents, and every time he would see me in the hallways, he would go like, this is the finger right here. This is 1 click away from that phone call. I'm like, cool, man. Yeah, appreciate that. And every time we'd see each other in the hallway, he'd always go like this, and I'd be like, and he basically, yeah. So yeah, that's basically my story of how I got into a fight. Hey guys, I forgot to record an outro, but I'm recording it now for you. So basically that ends out how I got into a fight, and it was kind of good to get that off my chest because I never told my parents about it. They're probably gonna find out eventually. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys follow the steps on the screen over here. Subscribe, turn on post notifications, like the video, and share this video with your friends. My hand is hurting now because I'm holding my phone in a really weird way. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, turn on post notifications. Just follow the steps on the screen, and you're good to go. And I'll see you guys in the next clip, next video. Peace.